Hi, this is Marcey Rader, your productivity lead at RaderCo. I'm the principal contributor to the Health Powered Productivity Podcast, where we give you bite sized nuggets of knowledge in areas of productivity, health, and clutter that you can implement right away. Looking for ways to support our health powered productivity mission? We welcome donations to our tip jar, linked in the show notes. We encourage you to check out our RaderCo recommendations page on our site, where we list all of our favorite products, services, and apps. We get a little kickback and you get vetted tools that we use ourselves. Now, on with the show. People sometimes ask about the types of food I eat, when I eat it, and even how I eat it. The way I eat has evolved over the years and is about a 180-degree difference between how I grew up. I go into detail about it in my book, Work Well, Play More, Productive, Clutter-Free, Healthy Living, One Step at a Time, and talk about how I didn't really eat vegetables until I was in my 30s. I was a vegetarian, and that's in air quotes, because really I was a carbitarian, a breaditarian, a pastatarian, a sugartarian until I was about 30 at least. And so my diet is completely different. It's, it is plant-based, but I eat meat now. And I'm also gluten-free because I have Hashimoto's disease. And so these are 10 of my staple foods that are in my kitchen that I eat almost every day and sometimes even travel with them. So first off would be tahini. I love tahini. It is a sesame seed paste, powerful antioxidants and healthy fats, and has anti-inflammatory properties. The consistency is like natural peanut butter, and I love nothing more than roasted vegetables with tahini and nutritional yeast and maybe some hot sauce or chili sauce mixed in. Love that. And I could eat it every meal. So tahini, number one, I eat it, I would say probably 5 or 6 times a week. Speaking of nutritional yeast, that would be another one I eat almost every day, a couple tablespoons up to a quarter cup. And I will sprinkle this on my vegetables. I'll mix it in with the tahini. I will make a gravy out of it. A lot of vegan gravies are made with nutritional yeast. And I started eating this when I was diagnosed with 3 autoimmune diseases when I was 39 and pernicious anemia. And with the pernicious anemia, I was low in vitamin B12. And so instead of taking shots, I said, let me try to take care of this with food. And so I have had no issues with my levels since I started eating nutritional yeast every day. And I mean, I had one doctor that didn't even realize that I had pernicious anemia at one point. It is very high in B12, contains all 9 essential amino acids, and is a complete protein, which is why for a lot of vegans, it is a staple in their diet. And I believe I first learned about nutritional yeast from my friend Lish, who is a vegan. Something else I eat almost every day are chia seeds. Chia seeds are little black or gray seeds, tiny, tiny, tiny. And they're from a desert plant called Salvia hispanica, but they're a member of the mint family. They do not taste minty at all, I promise. So whether you like mint or not, they don't taste like mint. They are often used as a thickener for vegans because when you add liquid to them, they will kind of gel up. So you might have seen like chia puddings or something like that. That is because when you add liquid to them, it becomes like a gel and it will thicken. And I'm not vegan, even though I'm referring to vegan, but that is something, that they will eat a lot of. And they're higher, they contain a lot of quercetin, which is an antioxidant. They're very high in fiber. And I will add these to smoothies, and I make my husband these little muesli bowls with yogurt and fruit and chia seeds and protein powder for his breakfast every week. I food prep his breakfast for him, and I always add chia seeds. And so that is something that I eat every day. Cabbage slaw. So I like to buy bags of cabbage already chopped up into like slaw. I don't like the dressing. It just has to be like broccoli slaw or cabbage slaw or something like that. Sometimes it has like carrots mixed in with it, but I eat it a lot for breakfast, and I will mix the cabbage slaw with tahini and nutritional yeast, often maybe some hard-boiled eggs, or and then some kind of like a wing sauce or a hot sauce or something that gives it a little bit more, makes it more creamy, sometimes cottage cheese. And I love it because it's very easy and it's super high fiber, lots of anti-inflammatory components to it, and cabbage is high in C and K. I also eat Shirataki cognac noodles or miracle noodles, and these are made from a substance called glucomannan, and it comes from the cognac root. And I hope I'm saying that right. It's spelled Konjac. But glucomannan is a soluble fiber, and it absorbs a lot of water, and they are 0 calories. It's almost unbelievable. My husband's like, you're eating your no calorie, but it's not like a diet food. It's not like sugar-free and it's like a sugar-free. It's not that. It's because of what it's made of. The glucomannan is about 3% fiber and 97% water. So that's why it's so low in calories. It is native to Eastern Asia. And these noodles can help aid in digestion, promote regular bowel movements. I mean, I eat a lot of fiber, so I don't notice if that doesn't do anything for me, but I don't have any bowel issues. So if you are somebody that does, then you might want to go easy on them or just test them out when you're at home, because they're so high fiber. I think they're great. And so if you are somebody who experiences constipation, then I would say test out Shirataki noodles. And if this sounds a little embarrassing to you that I'm talking about it, well, you know what? Everybody poops. Okay, so the Shirataki noodles, I will give a word of warning. They smell like the sea because they just smell like seawater. So when you open the bag, they are in liquid. You will need to drain them. You'll get them in a bag. It looks like white noodles in liquid. And I just buy mine from Amazon or, I buy them from Amazon or Thrive Market. When you open them up, they will not smell delicious, but you rinse them with hot water and then they're fine. So Shirataki noodles, love those. Something else that I have almost every day is Teecino. And Teecino is a coffee alternative, not a coffee substitute. Coffee alternative does not have any caffeine in it. I am not anti-caffeine. I actually mix it with my coffee. I find that it makes it smoother, makes the drink smoother. I could have decaf every day and it would be fine with me. It's not the caffeine that I like. It's the coffee feeling. It's the coffee in my cup. It's adding the cream. Like, I just love the whole idea of it. And Teecino is a blend of chicory and carob or dandelion. And it brews just like coffee. So I'll put, half coffee grounds and half ground coffee and half Teecino in the winter. And then in the summer, because I love iced coffee too, in the summer I will make a pitcher of it every week, and I will mix that half and half with my iced coffee, and I will also make Teecino ice cubes. So then I will put the Teecino ice cubes in my iced coffee, so then as it melts, it doesn't get watered down. It is delicious. I really like the mocha and the mint versions of the Teecino. I eat almond butter or peanut butter almost every day. I I put it on my apples. I mix it in with a little bit of mocha collagen powder at night to make like a protein pudding. And that is my dessert. So I will eat almond or peanut butter almost every day. Something else is I will have one Brazil nut every day. Brazil nuts are it's a very healthy fat, high in selenium, and high enough in selenium that I would caution you against eating like handfuls of Brazil nuts, because for some people it can be an overload of selenium. And I have Hashimoto's disease. I can't remember if I said that earlier in the podcast, but I have Hashimoto's, and often people are low in selenium that have that. And I have no issue with it, but I just eat one every day. It is like the first thing that I eat before I have my breakfast. And then I don't even know what number I'm up to, if that was 10, 11, consider this a bonus. I eat eggs a lot, and eggs are very high in choline. They're very good for you. If you are somebody who still believes that eggs cause high cholesterol, I promise you, there is not a single study that ever showed that eggs caused high cholesterol. It was a ridiculous theory from years ago that will not die, that, Ansel Keys thought eggs have cholesterol, therefore they must cause cholesterol, high cholesterol. It's not true. So I love eggs, and so I will eat eggs often. And one of the ways I learned to make eggs, I don't use my microwave that often, but I read this online and it has changed my egg life. And that is I crack a couple of eggs in a shallow bowl that has water in it. And then I microwave it, and it poaches them in like a minute and a half. Poaches them perfectly. And so I will make those types of eggs a lot. And one thing that I use Imperfect Foods, and I shop from them every week, and they have duck eggs, and those are delicious. And so I will eat duck eggs as well. And one of the ways that I like to cook my eggs, and my husband loves this, is like a shakshuka, where I will put pasta sauce or marinara sauce in a skillet. And then once it gets hot and kind of bubbly, I will just crack eggs in them. And in just a couple of minutes, they will be cooked enough that we will just eat that over vegetables. And it is just incredible. So I don't even know how many that was, but those are my favorite things. Oh, one more. So I know this is over 10. I am addicted to Good Earth sweet and spicy tea. Don't let the sweet fool you. There's no sugar in it. It comes in decaf and regular. I typically will start my morning with coffee. Then I go to a regular Good Earth sweet and spicy tea. And then after 2 p.m., I'm on to the decaf. And that is something I travel with. I have bags in my car, in every purse, in my laptop bag, in my suitcase. I always have Good Earth, and I buy it in bulk from Amazon. So those are 10, 11, 12, I don't know how many staple foods that I have in my kitchen. And I hope that if you test out any of these that are new to you, that you do a quick Google search, because some of them are a little bit different and uncommon. So do a quick Google search and find a couple of different ways to use them, prepare them, and give them a chance. Thank you for listening to the RaderCo Health Powered Productivity Podcast. Please subscribe, leave a review, and forward this episode to at least one person you know could benefit. And can I ask a favor? If you felt this podcast was valuable, please consider supporting it by donating to our tip jar to continue giving you bite-sized nuggets of knowledge. And get your sneak peek of my latest book, Work Well, Play More, Productive, clutter-free, healthy living, one step at a time. With the novice behaviors from chapter 1, that includes how to deal with all those rings, pings, and buzzes, how to declutter your digital desktop and why it's important, and how to play hide and seek with your food to help with portion control. It's waiting for you at helloraderco.com/gift.